Well, I can see a lot of comments coming through about the Empower program. People asking different questions, really, in terms of, okay, how do they get on with, well, we'll just let you listen to our next guest, who perhaps will provide answers to some of the questions you've been bringing forward. Mark?
Well, thank you, Chamberlain. Joining us right now is Mrs. Miriam Uwais. She is Senior Special Assistant to the President on Social Investment Programs. Well, you have heard some of the criticism against the program. A lot of people believe, I mean, even from people who are not on the extreme, they believe that what has been happening with the Social Investment Program has been tokenism at the very least.
So, well, thank you for having me. I guess I have heard a lot of these criticisms, and undoubtedly Nigerians are entitled to their opinions. I think part of the problem is that we have not made enough noise about what we are doing, but there's no doubt about the fact that we are creating jobs. There's no doubt about the fact that we are investing in our people and encouraging them, enabling them. Loans are being given out. There's a value chain that's created that down the value chain, people are getting empowered. So there are some people, no matter what they see, they will not believe, you know. So I don't even engage with that kind of conversation.
But what kinds of jobs are being created?
Well, for the Empower, for instance, we have paid so far, and they have been working, over almost 200,000 young graduates. And these people are working in the teaching industry. They're volunteer teachers in primary schools in 774 local governments. We have the N-Agro, which is like an intermediary between research and actual farming. And they are out there supporting the farmers, helping them with enumeration, with crop production, they're working and they're advising them. Each one of these Empower graduates has a device that has a content that guides them on what to do. They're being trained to apply themselves. We have the N-Teach also that is out there. And you forget that a lot of these people are also supporting others. They're creating jobs. They're opening farms. If you speak to the focal persons, we have one focal person per state. They coordinate what happens in the states. We're working with Pres'l, or we're about to start working with Pres'l now to enable these N-Agro people to form clusters, to work in clusters, so that we're able to see better the output, and we're able to ensure that they actually have an exit plan for when they leave. We have the school feeding program. A lot of these women are being empowered around the country. They're buying directly from farmers, from poultry associations, from fisheries, from butchers, and they're creating jobs themselves. We have small loans going.
But directly, I mean, you talked about 200,000 jobs created by Empower.
Yes.
It's very difficult to tell how many people have been employed under the school feeding program. But assuming we're to say cumulatively, let's just be very generous and say roughly about 1 million people have been employed directly. I'm just, you know, trying to say, assuming we're very, very generous.
Yes.
You still know that this is a very small amount compared with the army of unemployed people out there.
Undoubtedly. I agree, and the plan is to ramp up next year. Or we've actually gone through a process now. We've got 300,000 more coming in that are to be selected. We're giving loans to people. We've gone across 36 states and the FCT now. We've given small loans to people who need a startup for their businesses. And they've gone to over 257,000.
So how many people are you hoping? I mean, if you're able to go through all the plans that you're slating out, for instance, taking on board 300,000 more graduates in the Empower scheme and, you know, getting more schools on board the school feeding program, how many people are you looking to get off the labor market?
Directly, we have at least 1.5 million now. But indirectly, it's going to beyond 4,000 when you look at the ripple effect of what we're doing. A lot, even on our cash transfers, that people ridicule is 5,000. It's because we're sitting very comfortable in Abuja, and we don't go into the communities and see the difference that 200, 500 naira makes to people. With 5,000 naira, women are setting up businesses because we're organizing them into cooperatives, and we're teaching them financial skills, and they are now employing others.
So if I get you right, you say that the plan is to have on board 1.5 million people directly. Is that what you're saying?
That's what we have, well, by the end of December.
That's what you're hoping to have?
Yes.
What do you currently have?
We have about 200,000. We have school feeding. We have the farmers that are over maybe 300,000 now that are benefiting directly from our programs. We have the women that are cooks, about 50,000 of them. We have a lot of cash transfers that have gone. We're getting to 300,000 now. So the numbers are really piling. And then you talk about the government empowerment program that is creating jobs, that is giving the applicants for the loans the opportunity to start their businesses or to grow their businesses. We have over 300,000 of them now.
Indirectly, how many jobs are you hoping to create?
Well, indirectly, we're hoping to create more than 5 million. At least by the end of 2018. Does government think
that this is a viable path? I mean, when you look at the number of people who are still out there, I mean, looking at the figures from the Bureau of Statistics, 24% unemployment rate, and you're looking at the army of unemployed people out there. Does government believe that continuing on this trajectory, they're going to be able to affect or make a huge dent in the statistics of unemployed people?
Realities are that this is a very credible program, and investing in our people is the best way to create jobs. So giving them the capacity to create the job. And so, yes, I do believe government will make a difference, or is making a difference right now on people's livelihoods, because we're creating jobs in so many different areas, and we're actually targeting those who were hitherto not even visible on the platform. So the problem we have really is that a lot of our graduates or people that go through school are not able to take ownership of their lives because of the employability issues. So what government is doing now is trying to encourage people to see how they can set up their own businesses. And when you set up your business, you create more jobs for other people. So it's sustainable, because once you empower one person, that person will now create a job for